The White House has officially, ahead of the announcement in the Rose Garden at 4 o'clock Eastern time, an hour and a half from now, has officially filed for tariffs on autos and auto parts. Let's bring in our econ panel, Steve Moore, and a former economic advisor for President Trump, and Robert Wolf, a former economic advisor to President Obama. Okay, the conversation continues, gentlemen. In the proclamation, President Trump says this. Again, we just received this. I'm also advised that agreements entered into before the issuance of Proclamation 9888, such as the revisions to the U.S.-Korea Free Trade Agreement of the United States, Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, have not yielded sufficient positive outcomes, okay? It goes on to state that the first 25% tariffs on autos will be collected at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on how you look at it, April 3rd, okay? Auto parts, 25%, May 3rd. Is the 25% tariff on that will be collected on all foreign auto parts. So, Robert, to you first. You called shotgun. Robert, to you first on this. What should people think about this? I mean, if you're planning on going to buy a car, okay, just use this as an example, this particular tariff. Are you immediately going to see prices go up?
Yeah, I hate to say this is not Liberation Day. This is tax day. I can quote my friend Steve Moore, tariffs are taxes. I can quote the Wall Street Journal. It's going to add $600 billion a year over the next 10 years to taxes, not $6 trillion in revenues. I can quote Kevin Hassett, who actually will be in the Rose Garden today as one of the chief economists for the president, who in 2019 called Trump's trade war and tariffs bad for the economy. I mean, listen, this is a tax. If you're going to look at autos just in itself, it's a 25% tax. The auto, when you go buy a car, it's going to be more expensive.
All right, so let me get Stephen here.
It's going to be somewhere between $5,000 and $8,000.
The president has acknowledged there could be some short-term pain. He says this is about bringing manufacturing back to the United States, and this is not an overnight fix. But he does want to get these parts made back in the United States, get these cars made back in the United States, Steve. So Goldman Sachs is estimating that the 25% auto tariffs could raise the price of a new foreign-made car by as much as $15,000. Then there, of course, are the cars that are currently made in the United States, and Goldman is saying that they could see prices hiked by as much as $8,000. Why? Because so many of the parts are sourced from overseas, and they will be subject to these tariffs. So where are you on all of this? Is this a good thing, Steve?
Well, I'm glad Robert Wolf is reading my articles. Look, I'm not a fan of the auto tariffs, and I'm not a fan of steel and aluminum tariffs. I think they can be counterproductive. Although the president's heart is in the right place here, Sandra, he really does care about those blue-collar workers and bringing these jobs back to the United States. I think what is more sensible, and I'm headed over to the Rose Garden for the ceremony later this afternoon, is that this idea of reciprocal tariffs, I think, is really interesting. That it is a truism that the United States has the lowest tariffs in the world. And Trump's basically saying it's not fair, it's not a level playing field. And what he's telling these other countries is you better bring your tariffs down or we're going to hit you with these tariffs. And I believe at the end of the day, Robert, that Trump will be successful. And within a month or two, these other countries are going to be forced to treat our farmers, our manufacturers, our construction companies and others fairly, and that benefits everyone.
Yeah, this is really interesting perspective. This is Brian Pavlak, a Pennsylvania steelworker that was on Fox and Friends earlier today. Listen.
It's a negotiation tool. I mean, I know that at first the American people, prices, everything's going to go up, but eventually it'll come down. Companies will come back into the United States, and that's what we want to do, and make America companies first.
Okay, so supportive of it, knows that it could take some time. Robert, Lisa McLean was on top of the last hour saying this is about bringing manufacturing back, and the investments that we have seen coming back prove that point. Listen.
We want American jobs. We want to bring manufacturing here. Let's not forget about how much investment in the short period of time Donald Trump has been president that he has already got commitment to bringing back to the US of A, and that is almost $5 trillion in investments. Look at Apple coming into my home state of Michigan. That's positive news that needs to be celebrated.
Did I see you nodding in agreement, Robert?
Listen, I'm always supportive of foreign direct investment as well as U.S. firms spending more here. I mean, we spoke about that with Biden, and Steve agreed with me then, too, when in Michigan and Georgia we were building more factories. That's a great thing. But let's be clear. 8 million of our 16 million our new cars come from overseas. We're not making a quick 8 million new products. A lot of the products that go back and forth over the Toronto Bridge aren't being made in Detroit. And by the way, a lot of the manufacturing being done in Vietnam and the Philippines and South Korea, we don't want to necessarily do here.
That is a big concern.
I think we should be moving towards robotics and other things.
Robert,
real quick, Steve.
You know what people are leaving out of this is that the lead article in the Wall Street Journal, front page on Saturday, Trump is the deregulation president, $1 trillion of savings, the tax cut that he's going to do.
Yeah.
All these other things are great ways.
Now Republicans are talking about raising taxes, Steve.
I'm just saying that in addition to the tariffs, he is doing other things that are going to drive these jobs and drive
the
these
whole government
factories back
approach.
to
Got
the
it.
U.S.
All right, there's a lot to it. We've got that, and the announcement's coming up at 4 o'clock. And Steve, you're heading to the Rose Garden. Robert, you've got 5 seconds.
Steve called it misguided over the weekend. I hope they let him in the Rose Garden.
Oh, dear. Oh, what are you starting there, Robert? Okay. Steve, Robert, appreciate the discussion, and we'll be watching for all of this afternoon.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.